Hello friends, welcome to the stream. It is Tuesday and we all know what that means. It is time for yet another Wurm Roulette adventure. And welcome everyone here into the stream. We have Friendly Kitten doing some lurking. We have Dude Jensen. We have Serafinad. Welcome Serafinad. I'm not sure if I've seen you here before, unless this is Serafina with a different name. And Helton, welcome. Nice to see you back again. And Draco, props to you, Draco. You're taking your work time off right now to do the protests. I commend you, Draco, for that. It is terrible, absolutely terrible, of course, what has been going on in the world, especially in the United States this past week. It's been very, very upsetting, of course. I can't even find words. I've been just really, really stressing about it. I can't even imagine what it must be like to actually live in the States right now and be going through all of that. So Draco, good for you. You're going to go and do some protests, and I hope you stay safe. Please be safe out there. And hello, Parser. Welcome, and thank you for that reminder on Twitter. And we also have Bill. Welcome back to the stream, Bill. And Thalian Corvahas. Hello there, Thalian. Welcome to the stream. Same Sari, without the worm at the end. Oh, I see, Sari. Okay, good. Good to see you back. So, guys, do you notice anything? Do you notice any change here in the stream? Could it possibly be volumetric lighting? This is the first time we are doing a Wurm Roulette with the new volumetric lighting. And just check out how beautiful, how different this same view looks that we have been so familiar with for many, many months. I know it is romantic, isn't it, Friendly Kitten, for sure. Yeah, everything is pretty. Okay, I do have one little complaint, but I guess it's just one of those things that we're gonna have to live with. But it's the same thing that Drongo was actually complaining about, is that you know how there's this sort of blurry thing, like it looks beautiful coming through the trees, but then when it hits upon like a solid object, let me just see an example here. Maybe if I actually. Doesn't look too bad from behind Milena right now, actually. But you know how sometimes the yellow, how it sort of blurs behind an object. Actually, I think they've done some improvements to it, because it looked worse a couple of weeks ago. I think it's looking kind of okay now. I don't mind that this is light yellow at all, but it had a weird effect a couple of weeks ago, and now it's actually looking pretty good. So, you know, I'm gonna take my word back there, or my words back rather. Well, there you have a little bit of an example. Sometimes when that sort of inner blur sort of effect shows, it might look a little bit strange, but yeah, it's looking heaps better than it used to. But anyhow, I'm not going to complain. I mean, holy hell, guys. The game is just so gorgeous. And you know what? For once, I'm really looking forward to... Let me look at that, guys. Oh, here you can see the horse, actually. Hold on. I just saw it a moment ago where it looked kind of weird. Like, when I've been doing these Wurm Roulette streams, something that I've always sort of like hated that came was the nighttime, just because it was so dark, and it was really sort of unpleasant to stream that, because it's hard for people to see, like, to see what's actually going on the stream. There you have it. Like, you see, that's a little bit weird on Milena right now. Maybe just a bit strange. Hello, Riley. Oh, hold on. It wasn't Riley. It was Pycan, actually. My eyesight was tricking me there. Hello, Pycan. Welcome to the stream. Jacob, hello. Welcome to the stream. Jacob asks, can you throw stones? Well, in Wurm, you can actually throw stones in Wurm. You can. I do believe that if you, let me just actually try this. I do believe that if I go and mine a stone shard from the mine here, I'm able to throw it. I haven't actually tried, but I do believe you can throw in this game. But of course, Jacob, you were probably talking about throwing like pebbles across the surface of the lake, weren't you? But let me just try this. I've never actually tried throwing anything in Wurm. I'm curious now. Do I have my pickaxe with me? I don't. We're gonna have to go get it. Let's go get the pickaxe. So how are you guys all doing? How has everyone been? I mean, first we had Corona, and now we have what's going on. The terrible events going on in the U.S. I mean, this has surely got to be the most stressful, possibly the most stressful time we are possibly going to be going through this year. I mean, can it get any worse? I really don't know. Okay, let me just grab one of these pickaxes here. Maybe that one. It's not such a good one, but... So yeah, how are you guys all faring emotionally with this time right now? I hope you've all been staying safe out there, and let's just hope that these terrible events will be a push for change in this world, a change for better times and better attitudes, and better politicians, and all that stuff. Okay, let me just see mine. And Deviator, hello, welcome to the stream. Wait, is this Wurm? What happened? It looks so good. So Deviator, they introduced volumetric lighting, and of course, you know, the game has had many graphical updates over the past couple of years. We got an improved water system, we got an improved tree system, like distant trees, we got ambient occlusion, we got the bump maps for the tiles so that you can sort of see, like, if a texture has like a sort of like for instance this, if I look at, for instance, this stone wall here, it looks more 3D because it has a bump map system now, so that the light actually sort of affects the, well, you can see it here as well. The light is hitting on the middle of the plank, you see, and it's like going into a shadow on the seams. That is due to the ambient, the bump maps rather. And now, of course, we have the volumetric lighting as well. So, you know, it's just, Wurm is just getting prettier and prettier. Now, we have a stone shard. Let's just see what happens here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, actually, if Wurm is just one of those games that has so many, like, hidden Easter eggs in it that you just keep on discovering as you play the game. Like, I've discovered so many things over the last years that I didn't even know about. So I would actually not be surprised if I were to take this stone shard, and I believe, did I have to press the ranged for that? Let me just see what happens. Okay, I think maybe I have to press ranged, and then I'm able to throw it. Let me see if how does this work now? I know I can throw this thing somehow. Maybe I have to equip it? Let me see what happens if I put that into my hand. Okay, unequip that one. Can I put that into my hand? I can. I was pretty sure that there was some way to throw this thing. You guys probably are able to tell me. There, at least I can catapult it. That I do know. Hello, Freaky Deaky Dude and Onion. Welcome, guys. And Yeeling Limited. Welcome to the stream, guys. Denali. Good to have you all join us. And Serafina, we were talking about the yellow, you were saying that sometimes the yellow obscures entire buildings on your deed. Oh, yeah, that doesn't sound right. That sounds a bit strange for sure. And Pycan, I'm doing well, thank you very much. We're still self-isolating. I still haven't been outside, guys. Not a single time. I mean, I keep on saying this every single week during our Wurm Roulette streams that I still haven't been outside, believe it or not. I'm gonna have to though, because I have to go and get some medication from the pharmacy in a few days. My medication is running out, so I will have to actually go outside in a few days. Yeah, that lighting does look so good, doesn't it, Helton? And Parser, you sailed at night for the first time after the new lighting, and you were in a panic because you couldn't see the shore. Really? You couldn't see the shore? Because you would think now, with the nighttime is so gorgeous, and that's what I meant to say earlier, guys, is that before I sort of got lost track there. When I was talking about how I don't look forward to the nighttime when I do Wurm Roulettes because it's so dark, but now actually, what I meant to say back then was now the nighttime is just so beautiful that you can actually see something in that beautiful color that it has. But you're experiencing something weird there, are you, Parser, that you couldn't see the shore? Interesting. We'll have to see how that looks when the nighttime hits. And Serafina says the lighting weirdness is more apparent in the morning when facing southwest. Right? Yeah, Freaky, you might be right about that. And Parsha says, even if you throw the rock shards, it won't make nice ripples in the water. You can live with that limitation, though. And Freaky Deaky Dude, you've never seen this game, really? Okay, so Freaky, I stream Wurm Online every single Tuesday. It is a Sandbox MMO that is a very old one, actually, but is very, very, very actively developed and worked on, and we get new stuff all the time. And it's actually just about to launch on Steam as well. And Pycan, you've been working from home for that long that you don't actually feel like going back to an office anymore. I totally relate, Pycan, I do. It is certainly nice to work from home. I guess it depends on whether you're like a super social kind of person. I'm kind of an introvert myself, so for me, being at home, working from home is perfect. And Deviator, you've played Wurm Unlimited, but it never looked this good. Any idea of these changes were ported to Wurm Unlimited? I'm afraid not, Deviator. So they sort of they cut the umbilical cord, shall we say, a few months ago, half a year ago. I forget now when that was. It wasn't. It was in this past year though, or in this like last passing year. Oh yes, it was. Yeah, it was in the beginning of this year, wasn't it, guys? Because that's when they talked about how we're gonna go to Steam. So they were kind of like, no, hold on, when was it? Maybe it was earlier. I'm getting confused with the Steam launch and the whole like real money trading thing. Yeah, that has nothing to do with Wurm Unlimited, of course. But yeah, they at some point they cut the cord. I do believe they are supporting as far as bug report, like handling bugs, but just no more like updates. For any new features of the game. They had to sort of make a decision, I guess, on if they're gonna allocate their resources, they're going to allocate them. They have to make a decision to allocate those to Wurm Online, and I totally do understand why that is. But yeah, as a Wurm Unlimited player also myself, of course it would have been nice to see these beautiful changes to Wurm Unlimited as well, because I certainly have my little projects going on in Wurm Unlimited also, and I also use Wurm Unlimited a lot just to take nice screenshots and stuff like that, and use them for making videos about worms. So if it would have looked nice there as well, that would be all good for the worm videos as well, right? And Zehdran, hello, welcome to the stream. And Denali, you got to look over your settings. You can't seem to get the new lighting to work. Okay, Denali, there's a few things that you have to have. So first of all, the very first thing for you to check, make sure that you have, in the post-process tab, make sure you have volumetric fog turned on. You're going to have to also have the make sure the render is the modern render. And you also have to have shadows turned on, as if I remember correctly. There was one other thing, I just can't remember now what it was, but check those three things at least. And also something to know, Denali, is that the rays of light, they only show in the morning. Like right now we're in the morning in Wurm, and it's actually it's still the morning. And so only in the morning and the evening do they show. They don't show in the middle of the day. Yeah, it is a bit of a bummer deviator. But of course, if we want to sort of think about the flip side there, if they can, with such a tiny, tiny team, I mean, we're talking about a handful of people that develop a complete, entire MMO. So if they have to spread their resources thin, to take care of two different games, that's not going to be a good thing overall for Wurm at all, in an overall sense. So I do understand why they had to make that decision. Oh yes, that thing as well, Serafina, and the compatibility are all set to core. Actually, Serafina, where do you see the compatibility? Is it, what tab is that on? Because that was the one thing that I remember seeing also. Just don't know where that is. No, that's keybinds. All set to core. I'm gonna have to check back with you in a second here. And you need a target to throw a stone, Helton says. I see. So I could throw it at my horse, for instance, that stone. Attack target. No. Let me just see here. How does that work? So we had this stone shard. We have throwing. Ranged is pressed. I am not sure how that works. I know you can throw stuff though. I can't figure out how it works though. And Achaicus, huzzah! KatsPurr, you were missing me, and hope all is well with me and my family. We are all doing well, Achaicus. I hope the same can be said for you. And welcome back to the stream. Good to have you back. Range, let's turn that off and let's get the staff back. Well, actually, we're gonna have to probably grab our horse, so I'm not gonna equip that staff quite yet. And Onion, you haven't been out since March. Yeah, same here. So we're in the same boat there. Oh, you had it on Legacy, Denali. Okay. And it looks like a Skyrim type of game. You love Skyrim, says Freaky Deaky Dude. Well, I'll tell you, Freaky, I have Skyrim myself. And of course, that is a single player game. But the great thing about this game is that you have that sort of Skyrim vibe. I mean, it's a medieval game, but this is an MMO. So you in this world, you have hundreds of other players inhabiting this world. If I were to go exploring here, there's going to be other players out there, you know, doing their chores on their deeds and settlements and towns and villages. And actually, so every Tuesday when we go on this like worm adventure, we go out exploring, and we very often, very, very often bump into other players. And, you know, since we're walking through here, Freaky, let me just explain something, which is that you can own land in this MMO, and this entire island that we're on right now is something that I own. And you're able to, you know, go out into the wild, catch animals, bring them back to your deed, fence them up, breed them. They all have DNA, so they have like their own different specific qualities. And when you crossbreed them, they, you know, the qualities pass on to the babies. And it looks like there's a baby horse right there. A couple of baby foals have just been born, it seems. And then everything in this world, Freaky, and also the houses, you can build as many houses as you like on your land. It is totally up to you. You know how in a lot of other MMOs you have this restriction of just having one house, or else they're pre-built like templates. Not in Wurm though. In Wurm, every single house you build is completely your own design. You can see me mousing over these walls here. So you know, this design is something I put together myself. Actually, I haven't seen the horse market yet under the new. Do we get any? We do get little rays of sunlight into this like what do you call this thing? This kind of courtyard, I guess it would be the right word, courtyard. So the rays of light do come into the courtyard of the horse market. Nice. And Freaky, so you can make money, of course, in the game, with which you can pay for your subscription. So for instance, the way I make money is I have horses here for sale. They're all standing in the stalls here, and then I have the gates locked with keys, and then I sell those keys here on these merchants. So if I talk to this guy, you can see that there's a whole bunch of keys on sale here. So, you know, I can't really think of many other MMOs where you could do something like that. And you can build your own ships. You know, they're built plank by plank, bit by bit. They usually require hundreds and hundreds of little bits and pieces to actually build them. They take a long time to make, but they are so rewarding once you get it done, because you can actually sail the seas seamlessly in this game. You can sail anywhere you like, and you might be wondering what happens once you reach the edge of the server. Well, you can sail right on over the server border to one of the other servers, and all of the servers look different. So that's pretty cool, huh? And so, you know, actually just before we go forward, there's a whole bunch of chat I still need to catch up with. But before we go forward, how about we actually talk about why we're here today? So it is, of course, Tuesday, and every Tuesday I do this Wurm Roulette thing where we go out, and let me just open this up here. We go out and we explore the vast lands of Wurm Online, the PvE servers of Wurm Online. And you can see them right here. I've bunched together their maps for the purpose of the Wurm Roulette stuff. And since I've been playing this game for many, many years now, I thought it would be high time for me to actually explore the entire world. Because I'm most of the time just spending my time on my island, crafting, breeding my horses, you know, but building buildings and stuff like that, that I haven't done as much exploring as I would like to. So I started this Wurm Roulette series of streams, and so every Tuesday we pick a random location and we go and visit it. And all of these blue dots you see here represent the different locations we've been to over the past months. We haven't missed a single Tuesday yet, and this is starting to gradually fill up with these blue dots. And any other blue area that you see is just places I've just explored on my own otherwise. And we live here on Xanadu on this this little pink dot right here, here in the bottom left, and that is where we're going to depart from today. But we're going to have to choose a new location. So for that purpose, I have this handy dandy little button. We're going to just press it and it's going to choose a random location. So let's just get to it and let's set sail, and I'll catch up with the rest of the chat once we're out sailing. So 3, 2, 1, pick destination. And it of course landed on a blue area, which we've already explored. So we're just going to press that again. And this time it landed actually on the eastern side of Celebration. So you know what, let's go to Celebration today, and we will explore this entire eastern side, and then after that actually Celebration will be, the eastern side will be done. We'll only have a couple of spots here on the west, on the southwest part to explore after that. So yeah, let's go to Celebration. So I'll take a screenshot of that, and we're just going to plonk that down into Photoshop, and just replace that map. So Celebration, here we go, and we shall replace the map. Excellent, good. That's that taken care of. And since we're going to Celebration, that means we're going to have to pack our horse into the creature cage as usual. And I have to say, guys, I am so excited to do the Wurm Roulette today because of the volumetric lighting. I literally cannot wait to go out exploring and just admire the beautiful landscapes in this new lighting. I have to say I haven't had much of a chance to play Wurm after the volumetric lighting came in because I've been busy at work, busy working on the Wurm stuff. I have 1 more month left. It was just like a three-month contract, so just a temporary one. So I have 1 month left, and I'm working my butt off trying to make use of that last month as best as I can. So I haven't had really time to play so much. Okay, let's load the creature into the cage, and load the cage onto the ship, and let's just make sure we have everything we need. So let's just go through a little checklist. Food, check. Water, check. Horsey, tent. Do I have cotton? I better have cotton because we're not going anywhere without some cotton. Cotton, 17. Yes, let's grab those cottons right there and put them into our inventory. We also have, do we have any grass? We should probably, I think I have a sickle with me. Do I have a sickle? I do. We can just pick some grass when we arrive. If we need to tame the, well, we're going to have to tame our horse to get the saddle back on, so. And then a sign, yes. Now we have everything we need, and we also have, oh, do we have our booze? We don't have our booze. Let's go get our booze. So just in case we have to, if we run out of stamina, we will need some booze with us. So let's just swing by the other side of the island and go fetch our booze. I do believe I left it on the floor. So let's just go over there, unfurl the sails. There we go. And we'll catch up with you guys as soon as we properly set sail, and we should probably plot the course to Celebration as well. There. It is so strange seeing my island now with this new lighting. I mean, I have to say, guys, I am not a fan of the fall time in Wurm. But actually now with this new lighting, even fall looks quite beautiful. It doesn't look half bad, the fall. Now, especially with that beautiful yellow misty light coming onto the trees, it looks kind of okay. And man, see all the, you see all those cherry trees, guys? I can hardly wait to get rid of those and plant just like random trees again. I've been growing lots and lots of cherries now for months and months and months as I've been trying to transmutate the peat tiles. I'm almost done with that tedious task, but there's still a few more nasty old peat tiles to go. So for those who don't know, in Wurm you can change the biomes of the tiles to different types. Some of them can just be done quite easily, and others need some special, you need to transmutate the tiles with special potions. So transmutation liquid. There we go. I got my booze. We might as well grab some grass actually, since we're here. I do have some grass here in my storage area. Let's grab some grass as well. I mean, we have 4,307 grass. I'm sure we can afford to grab a few grass from here. Actually, I'm just going to grab as much as I can take, and I could put the rest of it onto the ship. There we go. Good. Now we are fully prepared to go. And let's just turn off the UI. And like usual, as we set sail towards Celebration, we will just have a nice little look at some beautiful view as we go by. Man, the color, look at the sky, guys. Remember how back in the day, we never used to have that white horizon, or the lighter horizon? That always bothered me so much. And now we actually have a lighter horizon, and the color of the sky is proper. It used to be this purplish color, and every time I would take screenshots in Wurm, I would always like tinge the blue to a more like turquoise blue, because I felt like I had to fix it for the screenshots. Oh, look, there's a rainbow over there as well. And it looks like this rainbow is looking actually sensible, because we've seen some pretty freaky looking rainbows on the screenshots thread in the forums, and they didn't look, they looked a little bit freaky, to be honest. So this looks more like it. It's been a long time since I've seen a rainbow, by the way, in Wurm, like myself. I've seen screenshots of them, but it's so cool how the rainbow actually also reflects onto the water. I should take a screenshot of that. It's not every day you see a rainbow, is it? Let's take a screenshot of that. And yeah, this is a, oh, you can see the peat tiles, guys. So you can see I've been hard at work. All of that, all of those dirt tiles, they used to be this ugly black peat tile, and we're going to get rid of all of that soon. So that's why I've been growing those cherry trees. And now the sun is actually also the sun, guys. It feels warm. It feels that you can literally feel that sunlight just, you know, warming up your skin. Before, the sun just didn't feel right before. So yeah, the Wurm team has done an amazing job with this new lighting. I'm really happy with it, to be quite honest. Okay, now let's catch up with the chat finally. Thank you for being patient with me, guys. So let's see what we have here. And Freaky, isn't being an introvert and a Twitch streamer a bit of an oxymoron? Well, you know, I'll tell you, Freaky, like, I certainly can enjoy being social in small doses. But what I can't really handle is, especially streaming, the nice thing about being social in a stream is it is completely in your control how much and how long you have to be social. But what I can't really like handle anymore these days is if I go to a party, for instance, where I'm just surrounded by people, I just start to feel very, very anxious very quickly, and I usually leave quite quickly from a party because it's just too much. It's too overwhelming. All the sort of small talk, all of the sort of superficial chit chat that doesn't really mean anything, all of the conversations people are having, people who don't really care about each other at all. It's just, it's too much for me. So yeah, I am very much an introvert actually, and you know, the last time we've actually had a guest over, it's probably been like 3 or 4 years right now. So that's how introverted I am actually in real life. But I enjoy a little bit of social interaction, and especially in streaming, I can get my little fill of being social and having a nice little chat with you guys and yeah, I mean, it's not like introverts don't enjoy being social at all. It's just that they get overwhelmed and they get drained from an overload of social interaction. So I think I can speak for most introverts when I would say that we do enjoy social interaction in small doses. So, and Helton, you were saying it's a shame that the code bases are getting different. You feel like Wurm Unlimited was a good testing ground for stuff to try in Wurm Online. Yeah, I mean, that's what I used to do most of the time, was test things out. I mean, you can test a lot of stuff out still, of course. But yeah, it's going to get more and more different, I guess. Oh, that's a... Actually, Onion, I think you have a pretty, you have a pretty good point there when you said that they should just have gone with a DLC approach where new content was added as a new DLC. That's not a half bad idea, you know. I wonder if they discussed that. And Parser, so talking about the nighttime and seeing the shore, you had to get much closer to shore before you could make out the shape of the coast than before. Oh, really? Well, that's going to be interesting to see if we have the same effect here. Oh, Seraphina, compatibility isn't accessible from in-game settings options. So, Seraphina, is that only visible when you're at the launcher window? And Achaicus, you were saying that, yeah, that was a thing with the PlanetSide 2 community. The devs and leadership put millions into a different version of the game, which was a failure, so it ended up making their main game go down. But now it's recovering. Oh, I see. Didn't know. I didn't know that happened with PlanetSide. And hello there, Garganim. Welcome to the stream. I'm so sorry that I'm a little bit late there. Greeting you. Good to have you back here. And yeah, it's nice for you to be here to the Wurm Roulette. Well, it's nice of you to join us. And Setran, the arches give it a very cathedral sort of look. Oh, the horse market. Yeah. Actually, I built a cathedral in Wurm Unlimited using those. So those are using like bridge pieces. And it's really cool, the stuff that you can do with those bridges. And freaky, big game indeed. It is freaky. It is actually. If we're talking about the actual, like, how do we say, the amount of land that is existing in Wurm, it is one of the hugest MMOs out there. Actually, as far as like how much land is out there in the square. If we were to think about square kilometers. Oh, Madnath, we're going to your... Oh, I remember, that's right. You live on the eastern coast of Celebration, don't you? Yes, Celebration indeed, do Jensen. Yeah, so I think I'm just late with the chat. I think I was just late with the chat. Thank you for the follow, Buck. Welcome to the stream. And Buck, it seems if that's your, like, your year of birth, it seems like we're almost the same age, actually. And Denali, oh, you also fall off if you turn to fast left. Oh, like when I fell into the water from the ship? Yeah, it's so annoying. Parser, you murdered cherry trees. Oh no. Um, and Zehtron, you're the same way with large groups of people. And you know, Zehtron, it's weird. It's so weird because when I was like when I was in my teens and my 20s, I guess even 30s. Yeah, all the way up to my 30s, I was actually like super extroverted actually. I used to love going to parties. I used to love hanging out with friends. But the older I get, the more introverted I get, and I'm not quite sure why that is. It's really strange. And Achaicus, you were saying, I think you would be glad to see the California desert where you grew up. When you were a boy, you liked seeing the sunrise so much that you would often be awake early to see them. Ah, I bet it's beautiful over there. And hello there, Avery Music. Welcome to the stream. Avery, have I seen you here before on my streams? I don't remember your name at least. But yeah, welcome, welcome. Avery, are you a Wurm Online player as well? Freaky, I think you've been to the wrong kind of parties. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, Freaky, though. Like, if I'm at a party where it's just like, shall we say, maybe under 10 people, and those people are all like my good friends, then of course there's no issue at all. I'm talking more about those kind of larger parties where there's a whole bunch of people you don't know, and then everyone is sort of mingling and having these like sort of meaningless chats just for the sake of having some small talk. Though that's really, really draining. Draco dances with everyone. You're gonna have some pizza, Draco. Oh, you lucky ducky. I would love some pizza. Yes, please, one for me. Draco, can you make me a pizza that has, let me see, what do I want? I would like some grilled chicken, mozzarella, some black olives, and some bell peppers, please. Hello, Wolfmare. Welcome to the stream. And Buck, you are 47 and you're from the UK. Well, welcome, Buck. I was born in 69, so I'm just a few years older than you are. And my dad was actually English. He's passed away now, but so I'm half British blood myself. And actually, my surname comes from Scotland originally. When I looked into like where my surname has come from, it's originated from some like Scottish clan apparently. And Buck is asking, is the game Wurm very good and is it on Steam? So Buck, Wurm Online is a game I've been playing. So here, let me tell you something, Buck. So I have been playing MMOs since the late 90s. I first started with Ultima Online in 1999. And I moved on to Dark Age of Camelot, Anarchy Online, and I've played many MMOs since. Some I've played a little bit more of, some I've just tried very briefly. But the point that I'm going to make here is that I'm this kind of person who really is quite demanding as far as MMOs goes, because I've sort of seen it all. And I'm really, after playing MMOs for such a long time, you sort of get to this point where you've experienced, it's sort of like love affairs, guys. You know how like, or not love affairs, but rather relationships, romantic relationships. You know how like when you have dated somebody who has this quality that is really, really something you really, really admire and appreciate, and then you date somebody else that has another quality, completely different quality that you really admire and appreciate. And then after dating, say, you know, a few people, you can't help it, you start to formulate this like vision in your mind that, man, the perfect kind of person for me would be somebody who has this quality from that person, that quality from the other person, and it sort of gets harder the more relationships you've had, because you get a little bit pickier each time, because you've sort of realized that, man, this is like the perfect this perfect person in my mind is just not going to exist. Everyone has their flaws, everyone has their good sides, right? Well, it's the same thing for MMOs for me, really, where there have been these like perfect qualities in different like MMOs, and it's made me picky, because then when I go to play a new MMO, I'm like, man, this MMO doesn't have those cool things that I really loved in the other MMO. And you become pickier and pickier the more you play MMOs. So I just wanted to say that, because for me to have played Wurm Online now for 6.5 years means that even though I'm already so burnt out on MMOs and I'm so picky with MMOs, that has to say something about how good this game is. I mean, certainly Wurm is not perfect. It has its flaws for sure, but overall, it just gives me everything I want, for the most part. Combat could be better. Characters could be better. I think if those two things were improved, it would be pretty much perfect after that. So yeah. Parser. And about it being on Steam, Buck, so Wurm has had its own launcher up till now, and that is going to continue, actually. That is not going anywhere, but they are introducing an additional launcher on Steam sometime this summer, so then you will be able to play Wurm Online from Steam as well, and it already actually has a webs or like a page on Steam. Let's just have a look here. So just to be clear, let's go here. Wurm. So just to be clear, there is Wurm Unlimited, which is a standalone version of Wurm. So this is basically the version of Wurm where players can make their own servers. So the Wurm Online team does not have any servers here. It's only player-run servers, and they can also modify their servers as well. But then in addition, Wurm Online is coming, and you can see here, planned release date mid-2020. So it already has a page here, so be sure to go and follow it and add it to your wish list or whatever, to make sure that you notice when it actually goes live. And it is free to play. You can get if you want to play completely free, you can get your skills up to 20 out of 100. And then if you want to take those skills over 20, then you have to pay for a subscription. But there are many ways to make money in the game, and you can pay for that subscription in-game as well with the money you make. For instance, I'm completely is the right phrase self-sustained? No, I'm not sure. That's not the right word, is it? But I pay for the game with the money I make in Wurm. So I hope that explains it. And Avery, you dropped in from an Elite stream like 2 weeks ago. Welcome, Avery. And you didn't have much time to watch anything since then. Been busy at work, freight, and logistics due to global situation. Oh my gosh, Avery, I can imagine it has probably been quite a hassle, this whole Corona situation. But good for you. Anyone out there who is working during this, dangerous time to keep things going so that, people can get food on their table and get the things that they need. You guys are all heroes in my book. I'm being a complete coward. I've just been staying at home for weeks now. And Parser, larger party like a KatsPurr fan meetup. No. No. Freaky, you spent the first 20 years of your life being shy and introverted. You're making up for that now. Life is too short not to. Yeah, well, I guess it's Freaky. It's not like being social is the goal. It's not like being social is necessarily a positive where being introverted is a negative. It is all what you enjoy yourself. And if I enjoy, just being on my own and doing my own little projects and being in my own little world, then that's what I enjoy. So, but of course, if you were in that kind of situation where you were unintentionally introverted and you wished you could be out socializing with people, then of course that is absolutely fantastic that you're making up for it now. Oh, look at how the Jackal planet looks, by the way. Look at that. That looks completely different than from before. That's pretty impressive. Let's just make sure we're not gonna go past. Hold on, let me just look at the map here. So that has got to be this island here, and if we look at this map here, Celebration, I almost feel like we should start with that island if we're gonna sort of do this entire eastern area. So Madnath, you guys live, what coordinates do you guys live at, you and Fabricant? It's somewhere here on the east, but do I actually have it marked here? No, that's just an old goal. I should probably mark it down. Madness, Scotland forever. The Purr clan, Freaky. And okay, because you can cook a pizza for me, which is 100% healthy, using, for example, cauliflower-based bread. Yes, I've tried. I've done some experiments with the whole cauliflower thing, Achaicus. I have. It is cool how there's so many recipes out there now that have these healthy alternatives. For sure. Parser, now you know why Cats wants a skirt. Oh, like the whole Scottish thing. Wolfmare says, kilts in Wurm, when? Well, before we get skirts for boys, Wolfmare, I definitely want skirts for girls first. First dibs. And Buck, you are trying Guild Wars 2, but you can't get on with it. I played Guild Wars 2 when it first launched. I really, really, really enjoyed it. But when I've tried playing it since, I can't get into it anymore. I'm not quite sure why I enjoyed it so much and why I find it so tedious to play these days. I can't, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, there are some MMOs that I played back in the day that I still can get back into, but Guild Wars 2 is not one of them. I'm not quite sure why. Yes, we're on Celebration now, Madnath. Self-sufficient, yes, Deviator. That was probably the word I was looking for, yes. And hello there, Fish35. How come it's taken all this time for Wurm Online to come to Steam? I have no idea, Fish. I have no idea. It would have been really cool if they would have done a Steam release for Wurm Online at the same time that they did it for Wurm Unlimited. Just had a whole big explosion of worminess to Steam. I think this should probably, let's just see if this would be a good spot to, let me see if this is, yes, this is free land, so we can unload. We can unload our creature cage here. There, perfect. I want to actually remove this song. I'm so tired of this song on this playlist. Let's get rid of it. There we go. Good. And creature cage. I'm wondering, there probably is some kind of like bridge that perhaps we can just cross over to the mainland from here. And there's a crab over there, but I don't think it's gonna... Oh, and there's a troll over there as well. I think, though... So the reason I'm concerned about those is because they might attack my horse here. And this song is a bit too creepy for this playlist. I want a nicer atmosphere. So let's get rid of that one as well. Let's just load that cage back onto the ship just to be safe. There we go. And we're gonna have to tame the horse. Make sure we don't have... Oh, we should get rid of this rock shard. I still have it in my hand. And yeah, we don't have the staff in our hand, so we can go ahead and tame the horsey. And actually, hold on. Where? Here. Yes. Okay. Tame. And we definitely want to drop the rest of the grass into the ship so we don't carry it around with us as well. We're going to have to tame the horse to get that saddle on. Uh-oh, the troll is like walking over there, I can see. Let's hope he doesn't come any closer, because if he does, he's going to start attacking my horse, actually. Should probably put on my sleep bonus, just in case I do make some, like, skill gain here. J24 you're at. Okay. I'm going to mark that on my map. I'm surprised, actually, that I don't have it marked on my map already. J24. J24. Oh, yes, this little bay over here. Madnath and Fabricant. And let me just look on the thingamajig here. So interesting. We have visited there. How come I don't have this colored in blue? I'm surprised. I'm starting to wonder now, guys, if we've actually, like, explored this area. But we'll go and have a look a little bit, because we've already visited you, and if you're over here, I wonder if this is like a case where I forgot to... So, you know how in some of these Wurm Roulettes, we have to do some, like, we have to sort of travel through an area, and then what I usually do afterwards is I color it in, if we've had to go through that area to get... Because it's explored already, right? So for instance, you can see here on the Xanadu map, I've already colored these things in because we had to go through that area to get to the target. And I'm just wondering now whether I have actually been through this and I just forgot to color it. Because if you live over there, Madnath, that means I vaguely remember us coming through from the north. But we'll have a quick look around. We're not going to come and visit you, though, this time. Because we already did that in an earlier, like, Wurm Roulette. But we'll have a quick look around, and if it looks like we have already visited all of this, we'll jump back onto the ship. And maybe we'll go over to another area of celebration. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, this horse is now tame. So that means we can now put our horsey stuff on. So horseshoe, 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 and the last horseshoe, bridle, probably combine those. And then the saddle as well. There we go. Good. And now let's untame the horse so it doesn't get attacked. And am I now caring for this on this server? I wasn't caring. Okay, good. Now it's now cared for as well. Yeah, I wonder now, guys. I don't think we've seen this island though. So the island in the very least is going to be something new. Now let's throw and another rainbow, by the way. Lots of rainbows today. Let's throw the rest of this grass into the ship. Good. I think... Oh, hold on. Hold on. 106, that's way too heavy. Now, why am I so overloaded? We're going to have to figure that out. What is weighing me down so badly now? Is it the water? Oh, it's the water. Okay. So let's set this to 10 kilograms, the measuring jug. Put the water in there. Pour the rest of it. I'll just take a little sip here. Pour the rest of it out. Good. And then put that back. And then set the volume back to 1 gram. Good. Okay. Okay, I think we're good to go now. And did I equip the staff? I did. Good. So, just before we set off, let me just get rid of this crab here, and I'm gonna catch up with the chat. Meanwhile, we'll have a look at this deed that's right next to us here. I just noticed your typo there. That's hilarious. Oh my god, that is so hilarious. Madnath, naughty. And Dujensen says, oh, you should go through Northmere Canal and see the new, very long bridge. So, what coordinates is that at, Dujensen? Parser. Buck asks, is there base building in this game? So, Buck, in Wurm, you're free to build whatever you like. Whether you want to build a base. I mean, there's the PvP servers. I mean, if we're thinking about, like, combat and all that, on the PvP servers you can build a base for sure that you can protect from intruders who want to come and like tear it down. But here on the PvE servers you're free to build anything you like. Well, you can build anything you like on the PvP servers as well, of course. But I think people they build forts over there on the... Oh, this is locked. Darn. What's this place called, by the way? Northern Lights. Let's explore this place a bit. And Madnath, because I landed north of that spot originally, you just wandered down to visit the deed back in that other stream. Oh... I somehow remember Madnath, though, that it was like a... Gosh. It almost was like it would have been like a longer distance that I came from the north. There seems to be an abandoned deed here. Is there any loot here in the chests? Let's just check quickly. Nasty old spider. No, these are all emptied out. These have been emptied out ages ago. Oh, and I should turn off my sleep bonus as well. Hello, Holly Dragon. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. What have you been up to, Holly? Holly, are you still playing some Minecraft? There's the new Minecraft Dungeons thing. Silent Pepper was telling me about that. I have seen some people been streaming that. Have you tried that? Because I know you like some Minecraft gameplay from time to time. Cat has replaced Cat. Yes, now we have our own little avatar. And that might be actually something that would interest you as well, Holly. So, I'm not sure. Then again, you have your own webcam when you're streaming, don't you? So it's not really an issue for you so much. Yeah, so this avatar was made with Live 2D, old champion troll. There's a lot of trolls in this area, guys. I'm gonna have to be a little bit cautious here. Look at all. There's a hellhound. There's 3 trolls, 4 trolls. Oh my gosh, and a champion troll. Should we take up the challenge and try and take all of these guys down? I think we should, shouldn't we? Let's turn on the sleep bonus again and see if we can. There's also a wolf there. Well, that wolf is no problem. Oh, there's the hellhound as well. Let's see how we do. Oh, that's too much, the other troll though. Oh, here comes the other troll. Oh, that's too much, way too much. Okay, let's go and get a little bit of distance here. I'm gonna try and take down all of those guys. Oh, there's a zinc meteorite. Oh, what the heck? Okay, let's try and take those. Take them down one at a time. So, Dujansen says that Northmere Canal goes from D20. Okay, let's have a look here. D20. D20. So about there. Okay. We'll go and have a look then. Northmere Canal. Good. And the troll is going down. Let's take down this spider. Let's see if this troll has a recipe for us. Nope. So Madnath, we are on the island here. I don't believe I've ever been to this island before. So Holly, you were working on some badge icons today. Nice. And you haven't played much Minecraft. Just finished XCOM Chimera Squad. Nice. I've played a little. I do have XCOM actually. I just haven't played it very much, but it's a beautiful game though. I know a lot of people really love XCOM though. I should probably give it another go at some point since I did buy the game, so might as well, right? And Northern Lights, Madnath, it is right on the very tippy toe here of the northern side of this island. Okay, next, Hellhound, your turn next. My old enemy. So Holly, you would be interested. It would be fun to make an avatar someday too. Well, Holly, if you ever do get into making that, just let me know if you need any help or any advice on like how to do that. It's a little bit of a tricky thing to do, simply because Live 2D it is it's Japanese animation program, so there's not very many guides out there in English. So it actually took me quite a bit to figure things out. I mean, there is an English version of the software, which I used, but still there's definitely like some issues with trying to figure things out. So just let me know if you ever need help with that. It was fun to make an avatar, though. I was thinking maybe perhaps of making also an avatar of my like Milena character here in Wurm. That would be kind of fun, and I could use that during my Wurm streams. And Freaky is asking, why is it called Wurm Roulette? I called it Wurm Roulette just because of the whole chance factor, like where is the marker going to land on, you know? So in roulette, of course, where is that little ball going to land on? So that was the reason. Just to recap, so every Tuesday we press this button and then the marker lands on a random spot. Hello, Open Cage. Welcome to the stream. Run, troll, run, indeed. Madnath, you had a terrible idea for the skirt suggestion. Oh my gosh, do I want to even hear this, Madnath? That sounds a little bit scary now. Let's just place cats more into the corner there. What are my skills at, by the way? Because it was only recently that I started using the staff. Before that, I had all these years I'd had a sword. So let's see. So fighting is at 77. Aggressive fighting is at 61, and that's only, I mean, my aggressive fighting would be much higher. Where's that champion troll? My aggressive fighting would be much higher. However, once in a while I turn on the normal fighting by mistake, and I'm not quite sure how that happens, but so I've wasted a whole bunch of time like raising the other fighting skills by mistake. Oh, is that like a baby? Oh my gosh, guys, look. That's like an adolescent troll over there. That thing is so tiny. I don't think I've ever seen a troll that small, guys. That is adorable. That has got to be... you know how like baby horses, they have the... Or am I... Yeah, baby horses. Don't they have like an adolescent phase twice? So first when they're born, they're young, and then they become an adolescent foal, right? And then after that, they become young adults, and then they become adolescent young adults, right? So that has got to be like the baby phase of a troll, like the first adolescent phase. That's got to be it. I have never seen such a baby, like a tiny little troll. What the heck? So what else do we have here? Staff increased 57, almost 58. That's not too bad. My staff skills have really gone up big time. It's only been like a few months now using this silver staff. Pole arms is at 22.7, so that's going up relatively slowly. Okay, let's make sure to, before we take on that champion troll, I'm just gonna... Maybe the champion troll is like protecting a little baby over there. We're gonna just make sure to heal up before we start taking this guy on. Parser. Cats adopts a troll. And Draco is asking, can you tame that scorpion? You can't tame it, but I think if you're a priest, you can possibly dominate it. There's is it like a spell or something? And hello there, Voxera, giant scorpion. Welcome to the stream, Voxera. How you doing? Oh, you're lurking while you shoot mechs. Nice. So what game are you playing, Voxera, there in the background? Okay, we're gonna try this champion now. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna have to get up on higher ground though, so let's go up here actually to get that footing bonus. I think this would be just about. Oh no, I didn't want to go up that high. Let's just go back a bit. And oh, there's like another. What? There's 2 more trolls. No. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. We can't have a champion troll plus 2 like smaller trolls. No way, Jose. Okay, let's see if we can get one of them apart there. And thank you so much for the follow, Julo. Welcome to the stream. Are you a Wurm player as well? Okay, we got the champion off onto the side. Let's see how it goes without being on the higher ground here. Oh, there's the higher ground over there. We could go over here. That is perfect. So for those who don't know, you get a footing bonus in Wurm if you're a little bit on higher ground. So I'm trying to, since this champion troll is going to be a tough cookie, I'm just trying to get a little bit higher here. There. Okay, that should do. And then we're going to choose the aim for the head. And we can see that your footing gives an advantage, and we're at a good distance. So let's start doing the focus thing as well. But yeah, he's doing quite a bit of damage to me actually. And what I don't understand, by the way, guys, is like, I keep trying to press these, but it doesn't seem to work on the champions. Oh, look, we're doing some damage now. Nice. I wonder if it was a good, juicy, focused attack that did so much damage there. And hello, Garganim, welcome to the stream. Are trolls able to be bred? So if you dominate a monster, I don't believe you can breed them, no. But maybe somebody else can say. Oh, he's definitely doing some pretty bad damage to me now, actually. Let's just get these windows over here. Ooh. Oh, it's gonna be a close one. So you could see that the life transfer actually healed me a little bit when it took some HP off the champion. Okay, let's oh, no. No, we can see the red color. That's not a good sign. And we should get that cotton into our tool belt as well and just heal up quickly. Is he? Okay, he's standing over there. Let's just heal up quickly. And Draco, I'm doing fine, thank you very much. Worried a little bit about the state of the world right now, Draco, but otherwise doing fine. And hello there, Blake. Welcome to the stream. Oh, your island. Oh, Blake, do you live on this island? How cool is that? And Shargostics, and by the way, Blake, what is your deed the, what was it called? The one that we were just mentioning there a moment ago. Northern Lights, is that your deed? And, Shargostics, you've been lurking for a couple of hours now, thanks for the vibes. I'm glad you're enjoying the The chill vibes to Shargostics. Oh, why am I trying to heal while this scorpion is taking me down? Oh, there's a troll over there. And there's a troll over there. Good grief. Okay, maybe this spot over here would be nice and safe. And the troll is also facing the other direction as well. Let's just go over here quickly. Okay. Open Cage, you'd prefer a flying horse in that situation. Yes. Hello, Jez. Welcome to the stream. Hooray, it's Tuesday again. Indeed, indeed. How are you doing, Jez? Yeah, we are here back in Wurm, and check it out, Jez. We have new volumetric lighting now in the game. So we have these god rays, and we have a new sky, and we have a new sun, a nice, beautiful, bright sun. So they changed the lighting in this game in this past week. So Blake, your place is Northern Lights? Yeah, many trolls. What's up with all... Do you normally have to live with all these trolls, Blake? Oh yes, Achaicus, that's right. Did we see the little troll? He's over here. Let's go and check out that baby troll, by the way. Now, here's the question, the moral question. What is the ethical thing to do? Should we allow this baby troll to grow up and give him like a fighting chance to you know, oh my gosh. Madnath, you're taking down my champion troll. No. Madnath is taking down my champion over there. Oh no. So this baby troll, I think we're gonna have to get rid of him though. We don't want to give him the chance to grow up and like harass players, do we? So Blake, you live in Walmington-on-Sea. So that's your deed. I see. And Jez, it's very bright. You can see, well, it's the sun rays. You see those sun rays, Jez? We didn't have those before. We also didn't have like a proper sky before, and you should see it at nighttime. Oh my gosh, this game is so beautiful at nighttime. So who are the culprits here? Who are these champion troll thieves? We have Madnath and the other guy. So Gez is over there. You guys, that wasn't nice. Now let's see if this guy has anything on him. Nope. No recipes over here. Achaicus says, let it live, Gandalf would, of course. And Sun Rising, hello, welcome to the stream. Murder the big one and adopt the little one. Teach it humility. Exactly, Dad's army, Blake. Yeah, the little baby one wasn't that friendly either, was he? So, we're just gonna move on. I'm not gonna even bother with this guy then, now that the champion is gone. Because the whole idea there was to clean out the other guys so I could take down the champion in peace. So we'll just move on over here. I don't know, this place does look slightly familiar. There's another troll, lots of trolls, and there's another one over there as well. My goodness. I wonder if that port over here is open. Oh, no, it's locked. Okay. I'm guessing this door is locked as well. Yeah, it's all locked. We don't want to get trapped in here, that's for sure. I think we'll be able to get up through here. Okay, I think we're safe to now. Oh my goodness. Just seeing that like light sprinkle through the, well, not sprinkle, but shine through the leaves is just, oh my gosh, that's so nice, isn't it? Again, the effect on the character is not so cool, but I can endure that. I wonder if this hedge, like fence, is shut all the way. Oh no, we can get out of here. Good. Let's see what else we can find on this island. It's quite a big island as well. Yeah, the nerve, Du Johnson. First he comes and steals the champion troll, and then he farts. So rude, Madnath. I think we can do a no target here so she doesn't have to look like a silly person holding up her staff like that. Sun Rising, this forest has so many trolls it almost feels like the internet. Maybe that's why it looks so familiar. By the way, guys, I have like griped about this before. Ah, good lord. Another troll. What is up with these guys? There must be a whole clan of them around here. About the beehives, I've complained about this before, but isn't it kind of weird that when we're sort of entering... Oh, I gotta go back to first person view because this is... trying to navigate in third person can sometimes... Like trying to turn sometimes feels a little bit weird. But here, you hear bees. Maybe you're getting close to a beehive. Now, there is a wild beehive right there. But wouldn't it be nicer that instead of it telling us that you hear a beehive, instead of it saying that, talking about the noises of the beehive, there would actually be like audio, like a audio file for bees, and having that sound louder the closer you get. I mean, it's pretty sort of self-evident, but I don't know why they haven't implemented that. I think I'm gonna have to make a suggestion. I mean, that's probably been suggested a million times on the suggestion forum, actually. But yeah, I mean, the audio is lacking in so many different ways. Of course, I can't be bothered actually with that goblin at all. Looks like somebody's been chopping down trees here. Jez, farting, that means war. Yes, yes. Yeah, so you can actually fart at people in this game. I don't know very many other MMOs where you can actually do that. What's this place? This looks... Oh, hold on. There's Blake. Oh, Blake, we stumbled upon your place here now. So, Blake, would you mind if we came and have a little sneaky peek at your place? Can we come in? Oh my gosh, look at that. Just the view of the lake there. With the new lighting. It looks so pretty. And it's open? Okay, so you don't mind us coming by to have a little look at your place? Okay. So that door is at least locked, but I guess the gate would be open, right? Let's see about this door. This is probably also locked since it's the house. But the gate, I would guess, I wonder. Over here? Man, that new lighting is so amazing. Here we go. I'm guessing this is open, right? There we go. So what do we have here? Blake's deed, which is called... it is called Walmington on Sea. I love it. Let's have a little snoop around. So you got your little crafting area over here, some forges, all your warehouse stuff. I think those are ovens, aren't they? Forges, more forges. So lots and lots of smithing goes on in this area. And even more forges. Oh my gosh, you have a lot of forges, Blake. Lots of forges. What do we have up here? I guess oh, it's just like the upstairs of the house. What's the view like from up here, actually? You can have an overview of all your horses. It looks like you have a hungry champion bear over there. Just wishing he can get out of that fenced area and gobble up all your horses. And another champion bear. I guess those are all champions, aren't they? Aged champion mountain lion, old starving champion black bear. You gotta feed your bear, Blake. He's starving. Adolescent champion black bear. Man, I haven't gotten into the whole taming thing at all in this game yet. Oh, by the way, Blake, did you know that you can fix the corner of this tower here? You know how this little corner here looks wonky because it should look like this, right? You can rotate those walls actually with I think it's a hammer or a mallet. You can rotate it so that it'll be nice and smooth like this one. Just for your information. Let's see, we have a couple of colossuses here. A colossus is still something I have never built in this game. I don't think I'd have the patience to be quite honest. And then you have a whole bunch of horses being bred over here. And it ends right there, I see. An open cage, maybe they played My Summer Car and got enough of insect noise. You see some complaints about it. Yeah, I don't think they ever actually implemented the sounds for the beehives at all, like to begin with. I think it's just been a lack of developers, that they just don't have the time to code that stuff in. I'm not sure. But yeah, very nice little place you got here, Blake. Thanks for allowing us to have a little peek inside. You've got a beautiful view of the lake here. Absolutely fantastic view. It must be so nice to log on and look at that beautiful view. Will cats lose her heart to the view? Well, I've seen certainly a lot of beautiful views in Wurm. This is certainly one of them. And that's quite an impressive collection of Colossus. That's a lot of work to make those, my goodness. There's a cool looking castle over there we should go and check out. Man. It is, like just doing these Wurm Roulettes, it makes me so sad that we didn't have this lighting when I first started this Wurm Roulette series. Imagine all of the gorgeous views we would have gotten over I mean, how long has it been now? We've been doing this for surely over half a year already. Need some bees in the dev team. You do have a good point there, Madnath, that if you have beehives on your D, that would be a bit annoying to be listening to the buzzing on a constant rate. That is a good point. I didn't really take that into consideration. But maybe it could be... I wonder, I mean, here's a compromise. What if the wild beehives gave off a sound upon approaching them? So it would be this usability thing that would help you notice them out in the, because it's hard enough trying to find them when you're trying to like get a colony going. I don't know. It just feels weird to me that you get the text, that you hear them, but then you don't actually have like any audio file for that. This is Amber Summer's deed, says Blake. Let's see. Are we at the right place? Village of Summer's Haven. I'm trying to think whether... Have we been to this place? I wonder if it's open here into the mine. Nope, it's closed. And it looks like the apple trees are actually in season now as well. Man, that's been one of the like those fruit tree updates with the fruits showing in the trees. One of the best new improvements to the games ever. I actually enjoy like picking the fruit off the trees these days. I'm not quite sure about this setting of the sky, to be honest. When it goes all brown like this. Let me just take a screenshot because I want to show you guys how I feel that this should be. And maybe I can just show it to the team later on. So let's take a screenshot of that. I wonder if it's... I mean, this I guess is correct if it is blue on the other side. Let me see. If I can just get a bit higher here and see if I can see the sky from the other side. Oh, it changes quite quickly, doesn't it? I mean, it was brown and then now it's turned to purple already. So the part where the sun actually goes down, it is more bluish over there. So perhaps... Now it's starting to look better. But a moment ago it was like so brown though. So what I was going to paint in is... So what I felt was kind of weird. Let me just try this very quickly. Let's just do this again. Oh, looks like I made a little mistake there. Okay, so let's just make this a masked area and then do a little gradient here using a turquoisey color. we're just gonna mask that away. Hold on. Actually, hold on. No. No, what am I doing? Let's make a folder from that and put this mask here. And then cut away this, and then, okay, now we're back on track. Let me just smoosh this a bit. And of course it's not going to be that turquoise, so I'll show you guys what I mean in a moment. That is not the idea, that it would be that turquoise. But we're going to put, let's see, color and color, and then just take the transparency of those down a bit, like so, and then maybe do a little bit of lightness here as well. Something like that. Yes. Okay, so the original is looking like so. And I just felt that in real life, I do believe that the sky would be more like this. And that's why I wanted to go and see that the source of the sun, because it could be that this kind of effect would only be coming from where the sun is, whereas the darker side might actually, it could be that on the other side from where the sun is, it wouldn't look like this. So that's why I was wanting to check that. It's maybe even a little bit too bright still. Maybe more like this. That looks a bit more natural. Yeah, that looks more natural. It was still a little bit too blue there a moment ago. So do you guys agree that it being all like brownish, sort of like on Jackal, looks a bit strange? Maybe I'll give some feedback to them and just ask whether they can have a look at that. But yeah, now we're getting the nighttime, which I just think is so beautiful in the game. Really, really love the new color of the nighttime in Wurm. And put that together with the sort of misty fog that you can see in the background there. Beautiful. And Denali, dinner time, you're gonna, oh, thank you so much, Denali. Thank you for stopping by, and you have a great dinner. Achaicus, while you missed my Monday yesterday, you did see Elite D streamer that you will enjoy. We'll say the link if you like. Sure, share away, Achaicus. Man, look at that beautiful color. Now this is what nighttime should look at. Let's just go and admire the shoreline over there. And Achaicus, I didn't stream yesterday, by the way, at all. Oh, it's so beautiful, guys. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It is so gorgeous. Wow. And that contrast of the pylon over there with the little golden light at the top. Oh my goodness. It is beautiful. Oh my goodness. I can't get over it. Oh, Snowball. Okay, I haven't heard of that streamer. Let me just make sure I follow. and catch this snowball streamer. Let's see. Snowball. Or I can just check, I think. Elite Dangerous. Can you just give the link, Akeakis, so I don't have to look for it? And I'll follow that person. Oh, right, Akeakis. Oh, yeah. I don't, but I don't have this thing where I stream Elite on Mondays, though. I usually, what I do is I stream Wurm on Tuesdays and then I stream Elite on Friday or Saturday or something like that. Sort of like at the other end of the week. Ah, oh, it is. Look at that, guys. Look, and just now the contrast of the fall orangey, yellowy leaves in the trees with the blue of the sky, it is absolutely beautiful. I have to take a screenshot of this. I mean, how often have you guys heard me actually say that I have to take a screenshot of this during my Wurm Roulette streams? That doesn't happen very often, does it? I mean, that's how much more beautiful the game is now. My gosh. Oh, Evil Snowball. Okay, let me see if I can find. There we go, live. Good. So let's just follow Evil Snowball. There we go. I'll catch that guy some other time, or lady. I'm not sure which. So we needed to go and see the canal, didn't we? So this is where we wanted to go. So we should go back to the desert, actually. I'm so like drawn by the gorgeous. Oh, but actually, no. Before we go there, we should probably go and plant our sign first. So let me just check here. We haven't marked it on the map yet. Hold on. So it would be right above this little hill thing right there. Let's put a little marker right there. And this, I guess, is not really a lake. This is the sea, but it's just like this this bay into the sea, or from the sea. Oh my gosh. I'm out, so I'm outside. Pandy's Deed, says Madnath. It's a very nice inside. You're just AFK at her workshop. Oh, this place. Let's check. Village of Hill Peace is this place. And Garganim says, I see you've never been to L26 in Xanadu. We got a deed there called Luxor. L26. Let me mark that on my map. L26. Luxor. Garganim's place. Garganim's place. Okay. So that'd be about the midsection of Xanadu. So it's around there. Of course, I have explored all of the edges here. So I doubt, like, I doubt that like if the marker landed, it would have to be like a good section of land to explore. Like for instance, so if we got like if the marker landed, for instance, right there, we could go and explore this, and we could pop by that place for sure quickly to go and see, or else if it landed somewhere here. But it seems like that particular area has been explored already since it has blue on it. Chica's place, says Du Jensen. Oh, the one next to it. And Parser, too much buffering. You will have to watch the VOD for your dose of graphic artist. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Parser. That's a shame. And Achaicus, also Evil Snowball is an artist, and he just got a new electronic tablet, and he streamed his unboxing of that too. Cool, Achaicus. So when you say that I would like Evil Snowball, what's the reason? Like, what were the... What about Evil Snowball is something you feel like I would enjoy? Yeah, I sure will, Garganim, I sure will. And I always love to visit other islands as well, just to see like how people have sort of set up their islands, because it's its whole own world, you know, living on an island, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I can't get over how beautiful this looks, guys. With the red and the yellow of the fall leaves, together with the blue of the night. Oh my goodness. Just absolutely fantastic. And Garganim, just PM Oxmog or Enniskillen, your character when you do it. Yeah, Garganim, I'm afraid I probably won't remember at that point anymore. But what I'll just have to do is just see who's in local at that time. I have a bad enough problem with trying to remember like people's names, let alone their like alt names. So. Oh my gosh. So, where are we off to? We're trying to find this spot here on the map. That's what we're trying to do. So, let me try and figure out where we are exactly. So if I look north, I'm assuming that we're somewhere here right now. And we see a high spiky mountain over there, which could very well be this thing right here. So my logic says that if we go directly south from this spot, we should be able to find what we're looking for. It very well could be, Freaky, that I have some, I do indeed have some Skyrim music in this playlist, so yes, it's probably, it is probably playing some Skyrim music. I have, added a whole bunch of soundtracks from various games that have like a beautiful sort of relaxing, adventuring kind of feel to them. And so this suited the playlist perfectly. So, okay, I guess you're about Evil Snowball. You can say that you enjoy the banter with his German friend, who he will play online games with. And it was funny yesterday that Evil Snowball had to fuel rat his friend after he launched a new ship, but forgot a scoop. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious indeed. And with a name like Evil Snowball, you know that at least they have a good sense of humor, right? They can't be taking themselves too seriously with a name like that. So I might enjoy listening to him also. Yeah, I will definitely watch Evil Snowball's stream one of these days, and I'll let you know, Akekas, how that was. And it's also cool if somebody's also an artist as well. So even more things in common then. Should probably drink a bit. And he reads the stream text as well. Yeah. I always appreciate a streamer who does pay good attention to the stream text. It makes everyone feel listened to and noticed. And so let's see now. Just zoom in a bit. So we have to find this little nugget of land sticking up somewhere. I'm almost wondering whether I should get out the old community map, to be honest. So, Akekas, about the sci-fi movies, I actually went through all of the names that I'd collected in that last Elite stream, and none of them were showing on the Nordic Netflix, and I don't have a VPN either. So I'm just going to have to keep that list handy and check back with Netflix once in a while and see. Or check on the Finnish television if one of those is showing, but literally none of them. I was so heartbroken by that. So let's see, I wonder. I'm gonna get so lost, aren't I? And also, of course, you can rent or buy the films off of Amazon or off of YouTube. But the problem is that there are regional restrictions there as well. There's been a few films that I've really wanted to see. They weren't on Netflix. They weren't on the YouTube movie system, but they were on Amazon. However, you just got that message that the movie is not being provided to your region, so that really sucked. So what is this place? Let's check the name here. This is within the perimeter of Blacksmith, so somebody has named their... Oh, and the doors are actually open, which is cool. Somebody's named their deed Blacksmith, and they have one of these jackal stones here. Oh, and another thing, by the way, another new fix to the game. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the mouse is a little bit smoother now. Hold on. Let me just show you guys. So, if you ever wanted to get nice, video footage of the game, now on the Game tab, you can set the camera smoothing. If you set it to, the top amount, there's going to be a little bit of a drag, but check how beautifully smooth it is now. It's so smooth. Before, you get this little jerky lag as you were spinning around. Check that out. It's just a little bit right now, but it is so smooth compared to before. Look at that, guys. Let's just put that back. So in case somebody didn't notice that, that is now a new thing in the game as well. What a nice little tavern with the table set, flowers on the table, got the little goblets there, the skull cups. Man, I'm really hopeful for this Steam launch, guys. I mean, the game is just looking so pretty now. Now, if only we could get the characters fixed and more exciting combat, and then I think it would just tick all the boxes to get a whole bunch more players. But it's going to be so interesting to see. I really like somehow, there's something really cool about this building. I like, you've got the ramp there, but it's this sort of long building that has the open archways into a workshop. There's just something pretty cool about this, and I can't really put my finger on why, but it looks pretty cool. Somehow just this ramp sort of like finishes that look off. Let's just take a screenshot of that for inspiration. Yeah, it's literally called Blacksmith, Du Jensen. Let me double check. This is within the village of Blacksmith. Yes. And hello there, Roly Poly. Welcome to the stream. Evening to you as well. Akeakus, oh, it's on YouTube. If you could link that to me in Discord, that would be cool. And Akeakus says that perhaps the scheduled Steam release is timed for additions to Wurm to happen before it, such as the lighting thing. Yes, I do believe it's all like planned out that way. I think, guys, I'm gonna have to use the old community map now to find the exact location. So let's just bring that up over here. Let's see, Wurm. Community maps and celebration. Okay, let's see. So I do believe that this little patch here would be this one. There's Blacksmith right there. Well, we're almost there, guys. So we have to turn directly east, do we? And so we have to turn completely around and go east. Yeah, that's right. And then our spot would be... It would be... So there's that little little bit of mountain right there. So it would be pretty much right there. Right about there. So what we have to do is find a little pathway that has like 2 different types of tiles on it. Heading north after Blacksmith. So we're going along this road right now. And we'll look for where the highway turns right, and from that point we're going to go upwards a little bit. So there's the highway turning, and here's this little pathway. Okay, I think we found the right spot. And then we need to, I think pretty much this little patch of steppe is the right spot. So maybe we will plant the sign somewhere here. Let's find that perfect little location. Actually, there seems to be a little nook down here. Oh, this is perfect. I wonder if this is like a mine entrance. You see hard rock. Oh, my sleep bonus. I had my sleep bonus on all this time. Oh dear. So just in case this is, well, this is probably an old mine entrance. So I don't want to plant the sign on top. I don't actually know what do you guys know what happens if you plant a sign on top of like if you try to tunnel into a, I think it just goes through, doesn't it? So let's just say if I were to plant the sign right here in this little nook here, and if somebody tried to tunnel into this, the sign would just simply, I mean, it wouldn't stop somebody from tunneling in, would it? Because I don't want to stop somebody from tunneling back in here, so, but yeah, I think I will just plant it right here. I don't think it's a problem. So, let's rename it. KatsPurr / Milena was here, and it is June 2nd. 2020. There we go. And we'll just plant that right there. There we go. KatsPurr / Milena was here June 2nd, 2020. Nice. And now let's head back up north, because I want to go and see that canal that Dujansa was talking about. Okay, I guess you weren't able to send it. You mean in Discord? Or where were you trying to send it? Let's just actually head first. Let's head west first, because I just want to be next to the water. Because the water looks just so beautiful now with the nighttime. Oh my gosh, guys. I literally can't stand it. I can't stand how beautiful the nighttime is now. Oh, Discord is locked. Huh? Hello there, Beast Wolf. Welcome to the stream. Beast Wolf, you know what? I was just watching your video. Was it last night or this morning? It was the recruitment video that you shared on Facebook. That was you, right? Oh, you meant the bridge starting at I-20, Dujansen. Okay. Bridge starting at I-20. Okay, let's have a look here. I-20. Ah, okay. Bridge. Oh, yeah, there isn't a chat area, Akakas, but are you not able to then right-click my name in the... Are you not able to send me a private message, though? Because we should test that out. I want to make it... I definitely want to make it so that people can send, like, send me private messages. So, Akakas, if you... I definitely want to make it so that people can send, like, send me private messages. So, if we go to my channel here, and if you right-click my name, are you not able to send a message through this? Just like I could send to any of these people. Oh, you can't find it, really? Ha, okay. And Akakas, are you here on my Discord? If you are, I'll open up a private message. Everyone checks for the spider, roly-poly says. And Beast Wolf, you didn't know that a Wurm Facebook group existed. So that... Oh, Beast Wolf, right. So that was you sharing the video. And I think you mentioned something about that you hadn't known that a Facebook group was existing before, right? I think you might have said that in your message as well. Do I actually have? I mean, I should have my staff equipped. There we go. Now we're getting into action. Yes, it was. Okay. That was a very cute little recruitment video that you shared there, Peaceful. So did you get new recruits through your video? It certainly had a lot of sense of humor. It almost, Peaceful, if your recruitment video almost made me want to try PvP, to be quite honest. Because it looks like you have a good camaraderie going on with your buddies there. And 4 old players joined after that. That's very cool. That's cool. So Beastwolf, you're a PvPer, so could you share with those of us who don't know very much about Wurm PvP? Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. That is so cool somehow, this entrance to the mine. It almost looks like a little home. You got the bear rug there. But yeah, Beastwolf, could you share with those of us who are PvE players what it is that you guys mainly do on the PvP servers? Like, what does your life consist of mostly? Is it just like building up the fortifications of your fort? Is it fixing up the fort from previous battles? And this is open as well. Ah, that entrance to this little home is so cool. Oh my goodness, you would just never understand that this is actually a mine down here. Until you go in here, actually. This seems to be like a dumping ground for all the like, sort of like a warehouse area. Man, these underground dwellings are just the best. It's such a cool addition to the game. I mean, good grief, guys. I mean, I really feel like I want to do a video or something to just sort of celebrate all of the improvements to Wurm that it's had over the years. Let's see if I can find my way out of here, though. That might be... Oh, secret stash. Now I can't remember how the heck I got in here. No, that's not it. And Achaicus, hold on. Oh, good. Awesome. Okay, thank you very much, Achaicus. So you were able to send the message from the... Were you able to do it from there, or did you have to just search for my name separately? Because I'm just curious to hear, because I want to make it, I want to change the settings. If the settings are now so that you can't actually send like private messages from the Discord server, I want to change that so people can send private messages, because people need to be able to do that, right? So Beastwolf says, a lot of old school JK. It's the same as you. People aren't often rated, as that takes literally 10 hours sometimes. We skill, terraform, and just hang out, drink together, talk. Imagine a little Impalong style, or imagine an Impalong style with friends, everything free, and we all share things, very trusted friends and valuables allowed to many. Oh, that sounds so sweet, Beastwolf. I bet you just make like such good friends in that kind of thing, because of course the nice thing about the PvP, the whole PvP life as I would imagine it, I mean, not that I know of course, but I could imagine that the camaraderie, you know, the friendships that you create are that much like, oh, we found our way out, are that much closer, because you have to have this little like, you know, it's us against the world mentality. You guys are like protecting each other from the bad guys, and you have to have like a sort of tight-knit friendship going on there just for the sake of like security alone. Man, you know, my sons, Beastwolf, they are both very much like PvP players, and I've been trying to convince them to try Wurm. I haven't like managed to succeed there quite yet, but I've been talking about the PvP side of things, about how it has that kind of magic that I think you won't be able to find in many other like MMOs. due to the fact that you guys sort of... So does everyone live together, no, not Akekas, Beastwolf, does everyone live together on the same, like, fort deed? Like, or do people have their own deeds? Or, like, how does that work on a PvP server? I would imagine that it would be beneficial for everyone to live together on the same deed, right? I mean, I'm sorry if these are sort of like newbie questions here. I literally do not know. Oh, guys, look how pretty. Look how pretty it is. Oh, my heart. My heart. It is so gorgeous. And there's that pylon that we... no, actually, that is not a pylon. That is... whatchamacallit? I forget the name now of those structures. Obelisk. Obelisk. Oh, it is so gorgeous. So Beastwolf says, you do. PvP has a bad light from the few toxic players that do exist, which are none of you guys. They make you, the good guys, look worse than it ever is. You never make people fight, only time. You'd kind of expect someone to deed defense on rare occasion. They are welcome to join and try PvP. Let them know we all play other games together as well. It's a friend group, all on one deed. So if you have a war deeds and a capital, we live on capital but can live on war deeds. Oh, I don't mind Beastwolf at all. I'm the one asking questions, right? I'm happy to, rather that I'm the one who is curious about this, so don't you worry at all about talking about PvP. I'm very curious, because of course, you know, Beastwolf, I also, a lot of times my streams, I will have like people come in who don't know anything about Wurm, and you know, I'm not only curious on my own behalf and on the behalf of my sons, who I'm pretty sure I will still never like convince. So the reason, Beastwolf, the reason my sons are not interested in Wurm PvP is because they take one look at the combat and they're like, what the heck is this? This really slow, clunky, robotic looking combat that doesn't have the action that you would see in, you know, most other MMOs, right? So they take one look at that and they're like, no, they have no interest. Oh gosh, it's so pretty. But yeah, I was gonna say that, so I'm not curious only on my own behalf, but also on the behalf of people who will come into the stream, don't know anything about Wurm, and then they will ask me about, you know, the things that you can do in Wurm, and they will ask me about PvP in Wurm, and since I don't know anything about it, it's usually like I just say a few things that I do, that I just sort of guesstimate, and that's why I'm really curious to know what the reality is of life on the PvP server. So yeah, it's genuine curiosity. And are we at... This looks so... Yeah, we are at Tap Dance now. We are at Tap Dance. That was, I believe it was designed together with Madnath and Fabricant designed it together. I might be wrong. Madnath can just let me know if I'm wrong about that. It's still missing the... Oh, it does have some lamps, but how come they're not turned on though? So that was my main complaint when I visited this place earlier on, that there wasn't enough like night lighting. It's very, very dark here. It needs some more lights. Otherwise, it's a beautiful job. And this is where it all started for me, guys. This is this very town right here. This is a starter town where new players can... This is one of the many locations where new players can start their lives, their Wurm lives. And this is where it all started for me 6.5 years ago. This is where Milena was born. Right here. So yeah, and it looked completely different than it had, a different design. There's a whole big long bridge over there. Let me try and figure out now where we need to go. So there's Tap Dance. Okay, so it's just directly north. This bridge that Dujansa was talking about. So we need to head up this way, I think. Fab is on a break still, said Madnath. I could swear I heard him. I heard something about him maybe coming back for the Steam launch. Yeah, all it needs really is a few lights, and then it's perfect, Madnath. Just a few lanterns here and there, because it's so dark, so you don't want like newbies coming into the game and using the portal at the tutorial area and then landing right into a dark newbie town, right? That's all it needs is a few lanterns. Oh my gosh, guys. I can't stand it. I can't stand how beautiful the game is. I mean, I literally feel like tearing up right now. I really do. I'm not even like joking. Like I literally have that kind of, you know how like when you're about to cry and you have that this little pain in the eye as your eyes like prepare to cry. Oh, just gorgeous. And let me just catch up with what you guys are saying here. Yeah, but Beast Wolf, we are on celebration today, and so I'm not sure, Beast Wolf, have you ever been to my Wurm Roulette streams before? But the goal is basically that every Tuesday we choose a random location here on this map. I press this button and it plonks down a marker on a random location, and then we go to that spot. And today it landed here on Celebration, so we sailed over from Xanadu. And then what I do is once we reach the spot, it doesn't matter if it's on the top of a mountain or what, we try and get to that spot. And today was a very easy location. And then I plant a little sign saying KatsPurr was here. So there's a little sign, we already planted it. But now we're going to go and see this bridge that Du Jensen was talking about. Roly poly, we're not going to mention that ship. Oh, did you mean the ship that was, I did see a ship up at the top of like a tower somewhere there earlier. Ooh, is that the bridge, Du Jensen? That is a beautiful marble bridge over there. Let's go and have a look. And Beast Wolf says, I'll be honest, Wurm group PvP is pretty slow. It's when you roam and catch people out chasing them on fractured lands when it gets fun to you personally. Oh, so what are fractured lands, Beast Wolf? And I'm sorry, newbie questions. Actual mechanics of combat, there are a lot more skills to it than people think, but it isn't that fast-paced. Yeah, you know how like younger guys are with the combat. They want like fast action and excitement, and I do, you know, it was only recently actually, Beast Wolf, that I found out about these special moves. And I was like, what? There are special moves in combat? I never knew, because those icons, you just would never notice those icons, you know, on the fight window. And that is going to have some improvements on the way. That's something I've been working on for the Wurm team. So they're going to be more visible now. But I never knew about them before, and so I was told that they don't have very much of an effect on the PvE side, but they do have a big significance on the PvP side. So yeah, I can imagine that the combat is probably a little bit more fun on the PvP side because you have those special moves that you can do. And of course we can do them here on the PvE side as well, but they just don't have much of an effect, do they? I still press them now that I know about them though. Just to get a little bit of variation in there. Oh, I can't stand it, guys. So yeah, this is the new bridge, is it, Du Jensen? And let's just have a look at this beautiful view as I sort of catch up with the chat here. And Achaicus says, yeah, it's only a few games which your sons will play with all of us together. One of them is Stellaris, but only one of them has a copy, but they can share it and take turns at least. Yeah, Stellaris, it's one of those games I mean, they had that, you could play it for free for a while here just recently, right? And I was tempted to give it a try, but I just never got around to it. And Draco, you're heading to bed. Have a good night, Draco, and you stay safe out there. If you go and do those protests. Parser prepares to hand Cats a tissue. So, Beastwolf, you're new to my stream. Well, welcome, Beastwolf. Welcome. And you think it's cool? You'll have to convince your friends to come watch more. You love finding signs around the land with weird text and saving them. Oh, that's the old bridge, says Du Jensen. Oh, so we're at the wrong spot, are we? Huh. Roly Poly says, not the only game where I'm trying to figure this out. Not the only game where it X up for fleet and a few rounds of World of Tanks while you wait for targets to wake up. And Beastwolf says, Chaos is the most terraformed land, is what you mean? It's like random deeds all over with 300 to 1,600 dirt slopes or trenches, craters and volcanoes. Beastwolf, you know, I actually had a sneaky peek of Chaos. So, when I had this task to take the marketing screenshots, I was given like tools to be able to fly around and take screenshots of beautiful spots. So I finally used that to go and check out what Chaos looked like, because I had always been very, very curious to see what the mountains look like in Chaos, to see if they are as beautiful as they look on the map. And I saw all of those structures you're talking about, Beastwolf. It is very interesting how it's completely, like the way that you would set up your deed is completely different than over here. And I saw the little, the mine entrances at the root of those deeds as well. Wrong direction for the new bridge. So should we go back over, Du Jensen? I think so, right? Let's go back over then. And Beastwolf says, freedom fighting has no direction. You can just fight the creature facing any way or in third person. You can't use third person in PvP. Oh, I see. And Freaky, you have to go, but thank you for the stream, says Freaky. Happy exploring over there. Thank you very much, Freaky, and thank you so much for stopping by. And you have a good evening. Madnath will never go back to World of Tanks. I've never played that, but I've had some friends who are very, very addicted to it. Achaicus says it was discounted on Steam for a short time, so it was $9.95, but is $40 again. So maybe wait until it's on sale again. So Achaicus, somebody told me that Stellaris is sort of like a space-themed civilization type game. Is that would be a good description? So where do I have to go, Du Jensen? Do I have to go this way still? And Beastwolf did the cup competition clip, jumping off your Capitol building. If you want to see that, sure, share the video. Let's have a look. I'm in the right direction now, Du Jensen? Awesome. Oh, cool that there's a little map on the bottom there, Beastwolf. Yes, we update that every single Tuesday. And actually, since we already reached our goal, we can actually remove that now, because it's sort of in the way right now, isn't it? Just sort of taking up space from enjoying the beautiful sights. Since we already went to plant the sign over there. So let's have a look here.
Welcome to Chaos, home of super excessive deeds, just like this bridge that goes up to our wall.
Okay, hold on, let me just get the volume up a bit, and let's just take care of this guy. I'm going to start that from the beginning. Let's take care of this guy. Turn off the music there for a moment. Looks like I'm going to have to do some eating and drinking in a moment. Drink up, eat up. Okay, let's start this from the beginning.
Welcome to Chaos, home of super excessive deeds, just like this bridge that goes up to our wall. I'm gonna walk you up to my favorite drinking spot. Really love drinking on Wurm, you know, especially with this cup in my hand. I'm sure there's gonna be no problems whatsoever. Everything should go well. And here we are at my spot. What are they doing?
Oh no!
Oh god. I gotta get out of here.
Oh, how did you not die from that? What the heck?
I bet you $80 Necro did this. Just because I said I was gonna strain my cup.
Oh my goodness. So, let's get this guy buried. Oh, by the way, Beast Wolf, you know when there was that decoration competition for like when there was the screenshot competition to take a screenshot of your pet and you were made like a pet in that? I voted for that one. I thought that was hilarious. So this must be it, right, Du Jensen? This is, oh my gosh, that is one long bridge. My goodness. The amount of work to get this done. Holy moly, holy moly. And Beast Wolf says, we gotta get you to make some videos, convince you to stream on our server. Well, you know, Beast Wolf, I'll tell you. So if we look at this Wurm Roulette stuff, okay? So you can see that these blue dots have started to like gradually fill up all the PvE servers, right? So this is gonna fill up eventually, and all of our, you know, what are we gonna do next? So it could be, because I've been sort of like pondering what I'm gonna do after that. There's different like options, and one of the options I've been playing with has actually been to start another character on a PvP server just for the heck of it, and see what life is like over there. It could be that I'm missing out big time. I mean, I am not a PvP person. Let me just make that very, very clear. I am absolutely a PvE person, but it might be a cool experience regardless, because I'm sure it's like just a whole different type of life over there. And another thing that I've never done actually is when I have played Wurm, I've never lived with other people on the same deed ever. I've always been on my own, very, very solitary. But it might be nice to have just like an extra character to just get a little taste of that once in a while. Man, the amount of work to make this bridge. So you never know, Beast Wolf. You just might be seeing that one of these days. Guys, I can't stop looking at this beautiful blue sky, and the night sky here is just, I mean, I'm sure you've all gone through the same thing, haven't you? Just like gorging your eyes on this beautiful new lighting. Ah, so good, so good. So, Du Jensen, were you part of making this bridge as well? And also, this new lighting just makes the distant trees look so nice as well. I don't know, there's something about it. Oh my gosh. It is impressive indeed, Parser, for sure. Beast Wolf. You think that if you make any other posts on this competition, there'll be a disclaimer to not win. Look at this cute little spot here for taking a little break. I mean, that's a long way to walk as well. I can imagine, especially if you'd be like a new player just coming out of tap dance and you'd be walking along that bridge, you would really, really need a break, right? Oh, this is more for priests. It's a little resting and resting spot for priests to do their prayers at. Lovely little, you don't really see this very often, that in the process of having a bridge that they would make a little resting spot like this. I wish people did that much more. And there's a coffin down here. Why is there a coffin down here? And there's not even, they didn't put a name here either. Is it the, like, this brings to mind that, you know, maybe there's some darker priests that come and do some weird rituals and they do sacrifices and then they bury the bodies over in the coffin. I dare not even think, like, I wonder if there's anything inside the coffin right now. No. That's a bit ominous, I'm not gonna lie, guys. That, at first I thought this was so innocent and sweet and lovely that, oh, a nice little resting place, but then there's a coffin down there. I have to think that there's something dark going on here after all. Oh. Huh. A little bed spot over there. Not quite sure what's going on there. So Achaicus says that for Stellaris, an old game called Ascendancy or Free Orion are comparable. The Stellaris game is a combination of RTS and Civilization Manager, but the intricacies of it become more revealed the more it is played. Your older son is playing it even now, but not your MMO Sandbox style, but can be a big map. Well, I certainly enjoy RTSs. I certainly enjoy Civilization type games, so I might just enjoy that. And actually, I wonder if Civilization is still free on Epic. I, for sure, claimed it for myself, and also the Borderlands collection is also for free. I'm not sure if Civilization is anymore. I think it was Civilization 6. We're going to be playing some Civilization with my sons, actually, once I get this worm work stuff done and have more time. And Madnath spent 10 minutes making a pizza and made the wrong affinity. Oh no. And Madnath, you would be horrified to know that I still haven't figured out my affinities. Haven't gotten around to doing that. But yeah, that was indeed a very impressive bridge. What can I say? That was. And that red color contrasted against the blue of the new sky and the water. That looks pretty nice, have to say. So there was hold on. So you were also talking about a canal though, weren't you, Du Jensen? Is that the canal over here? Is this the one that would go over to the north side? What does it say on the sign here? North Mere Canal. This is it. Heritage site. Do not alter without consent of Wurm GM team. Okay. So I wonder, is there a way? That's a deeper canal though. Okay, we can't go there by foot then. But we could, what we could do in the very least is just climb down and take a little swim and just go and see what it looks like. Just for the heck of it. Come on, horsey, we're going swimming now. roly-poly. Some people rest, some people really rest. Yeah, I don't really see that there's much to really look at here. I mean, sure, it is a huge canal. Impressive work, of course, but I'm not seeing visually anything too special there. And Madnath says Civ 6 isn't very good compared to Civ 5. Oh, well, I do have Civ 5 as well. I have several versions. But that's interesting to know, Madnath. Civ 6 brings a lot of interesting ideas and concepts to the game, but it doesn't do very well at all. It doesn't do it very well at all. Civ 5 is a lot better starting off, learning and playing for fun. Civ 6 isn't really better in any regard, sadly. Oh, okay. Huh. You know, the funny thing, Madnath, is that the first time I played Civilization would have been Civilization 1. It was actually the first PC game. And you've been on my stream so many times that you probably have heard me talk about that Civilization 1 was in fact my very first video game that I purchased, and I still have the box. And I've also said when I've mentioned that actually out of all of the civilizations, Civilization 1 is still my favorite, actually. Not that I play it very often these days anymore, but there's something about the fact that it is because it's very much a management game, so then seeing this sort of top-down pixel art feels more mappy in a way. I can't really put my finger on it. It feels more organized. It feels more management-y. I can't really explain why. Maybe just having those tiles from a top-down view, whereas the later civilizations went into all the 3D like graphics, and it took away something about the gameplay for me. So we are in some kind of desert here, are we? And did we actually, we're here, that's right. And here is this very, very steep mountaintop. I wonder if this is open. It is. I almost feel like going to climb. We haven't done any like mountain climbing in a long time, have we? I almost feel like climbing that little mountain just as the sun rises, as a sort of grand finale of the stream. Well, it just goes out to the north coast, says Du Jensen. Okay. Madnath says that Sega are doing a new game called Humankind with a lot of the same concepts, just better developed. Aha. Oh my gosh. As if the night couldn't get any more beautiful, then you have Valray over there behind the horizon, just glowing into the water. Guys, I cannot stand this beauty now. Imagine if we were in a boat over there somewhere and we could take a beautiful screenshot. Oh my gosh. So there's the mountain. I almost feel like climbing up it, guys. Shall we climb up this thing? Just in time for dawn. I wonder if this is open over here. Yeah, I remember you talking about Shenmue Madnath. I saw it advertised in Steam, actually, and I was just thinking about that the other day. Oh, it's coming up, guys. Valray is rising. Man. I think you know what we need to do? I think we need to rush down there. Take a screenshot of that. Is this being silly now? I wonder if we have time though. It's coming up quite quickly. Let's try and rush down to the water and take a beautiful screenshot. I'm not sure if I'll make it on time though. Oh, this is a work in progress, this road, is it? Ugh, darn. I have a feeling that oh, this is all one deed. Hey, I have an idea. How does it look through the thingamajig? Do I have it with me? I should have it. I mean, that doesn't leave your inventory, so... Spy. Oh, it just doesn't look the same though, does it? No, it doesn't look the same. No, I don't think we're going to make it in time, guys, because you got this huge deed here in the way. Oh well. So, let's go back to what we were going to do, which is climb this mountain. Because I want to go up there by the time the sun rises. What is the time right now, by the way? It is 4:33, so it's perfect timing. Akeaka says Battle for West Noth is fun. It is one of those games which started in Linux, so it's free to play, but can play it with a variety of additions to it. I haven't actually heard of that one. Well, hold on. I think we can get up higher from over here, can't we? That is a big deed, Helton. Yes. It is indeed. So if we climb up over here, that shouldn't be too bad. So we're just gonna have to get the booze out for this purpose. So here's a PvP question for you, Beast, which is that these raids that players do on the PvP server to each other's forts, and then they try and bash down the walls and stuff. I guess that's like a big thing that they have to sort of plan months in advance. Is that like something that is planned months in advance, and then, you know, it's all this big, huge secret? And then is this huge surprise when it happens? And do you guys like spy on each other there as well? Like, do you have like spies in each other's like in each other's like teams or groups or whatever they're called over there, factions, like you would have in EVE Online? Or are the attacks, are they very spontaneous? Is it like is it more about like, hey, I feel like raiding the bad guys over there. Let's go and attack them. Let's go and try and take down their fort. That's something I've always wondered, how that works in the PvP servers. Man, this orange gin that was gifted to me several years ago, a couple years ago, it has served me so well. Never did I think when I got that, because I didn't know back then yet that the alcohol will actually bring up your stamina. So I was just thinking, oh, well, it's a nice thing to have, but I had no idea it actually had like a practical use to it. And it has served me well. Can't remember now, was it Timoka or who was it that gave it to me? Hello, Destero. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? You like my avatar? Aw. Yeah, the kitty cat was just like a temporary thing. How are you doing, Destero? And we're doing just fine. We're still self-isolating. Still haven't been outside in all these weeks. Just doing my Wurm Roulette thing as usual on Tuesdays. And Destro, check out the new sky and the new lighting that Wurm has. It's really gonna you'll really what's the phrase? It'll really show its beauty once we get to some trees and once the sun rises. We actually have rays of sunlight now in the game, which we didn't have before. Oh, that was just the beginning of this mountain. There's a whole bunch of terraform stuff here, and there's some graves over there as well. Zuma has died, one grave actually, and then also like a mailbox. We're trying to get to this top of this mountain over here. Let me just catch up with what you guys are saying here quickly. Ikeika says, one of the most beautiful and picturesque games you have ever seen is surprisingly a very old game, Neverwinter Nights. I actually have Neverwinter Nights as well. The original box version that when it first released. I played it for a little bit, but I didn't really enjoy the game because I didn't like the perspective and also the contrast. It was a beautiful game, but it had very high contrast. The graphics, it wasn't pleasant to look at due to the high contrast. So I didn't actually play it. All I remember from Neverwinter Nights was just opening a whole bunch of treasure chests. That's all I did. I never played it with other players. I was just playing a single player campaign kind of thing there. Or some quests. I can't remember now, but yeah. It's one of those games that I bought, but then really never did much anything with it. So, hold on here. The sun is rising. Now if we could get some beautiful sun rays. Oh, look at that sun, guys. Isn't that just, it just feels so warm. Let me just turn off the UI here, and we're just going to look at that sunrise here. And let's see if we can get some sun rays as well. I think it's maybe a little bit too early. No, the sun rays are here already. And this is another song I want to actually remove from this playlist because I'm very, very tired of it as well. Where the heck is it? There. Oh, Spidey time. There we go. Oh, there's something else as well. Another spider. It's like a whole family of spiders here. Old, angry, huge spider. Helton says, Cats, in Dungeons and Dragons Online and Lord of the Rings Online, we will get an event soon that will unlock all of the current game content for your account forever. Not sure if you enjoy those games, but you've been having a lot of fun with DDO lately. The storytelling is really good. You know, Helton, that is actually one MMO I've never tried. I have never actually tried Dungeons and Dragons Online. Lord of the Rings Online I have. But that's really good to know, actually. Lord of the Rings Online is just one of those games that I wish I could have enjoyed. I would have wanted to play it, but there were certain aspects of it, and you guys have heard me who have heard me talk about this, who have been to my streams a lot. You would have heard me talk about the things that I don't like about Lord of the Rings Online, namely the troll time. Namely, the UI bothers me in Lord of the Rings Online, the look of it, and also the whole monetization model that they have, how it's like in every single pop-up, it's pretty much like saying, sorry, this is restricted access, you're gonna have to pay if you want to play the full game. Yeah, so that really annoyed me. And also just the questing was very, very boring as well, because I had played so many MMOs that have that kind of like theme park system, so, which is not really a fault of Lord of the Rings Online, of course. It's just from having played those too much. Is there anything else attacking me? Yes, there's a scorpion actually attacking me. Let's just get rid of this troll first. There we go. Lots of bad guys in this area. Just when I wanted to come up here and just enjoy this beautiful, serene view, and these guys are all like ruining my beautiful moment here. But yeah, Halton, thank you for sharing that, because it might just be worth digging out my old Lord of the Rings Online account and getting that, you know, updated. So Beast Wolf, you were responding to my question about how you guys, like, when you attack each other's forts, how that happens, whether it's a spontaneous thing or whether it's something you guys plan for a long time. So you were saying that, well, more like a few days or a week is that you would plan for something like that. So somewhere in the middle there, you'd say we are gonna raid, and usually not a complete secret. The two remaining kingdoms are about evenly matched, so we can, so you guys can contest each other whenever you choose. Raiding is usually personal, or they just act like they're raiding to provoke PvP. Oh, I see. You won't find the flatten that deed mentality much anymore. It's more of, hey, we want to fight. And let's see what else we have here. And Garganim was asking Beast what he thinks is going to happen with a future new PvP server now that they're going to open with Steam launch. Yeah, Beast Wolf, apparently alcohol is even better than the sandwiches, though, because alcohol is something you can drink endlessly, whereas with sandwiches you would get the message that you're full. So if you're trying to like climb up a mountain and you have already filled your belly with sandwiches, then what can you do, right? But with the alcohol you can just keep on drinking it, though. And also you can ration out the alcohol to like 1 gram at a time as well. And Beast Wolf suspects that with the new Steam launch and the new PvP server, Beast Wolf says, as PvP always does, it's a roller coaster, dies for a bit, then comes back, perma kingdoms will remain, and play skill with lower population, then it'll pick back up again. You don't see Steam changing current PvP, says Beast Wolf. There's somewhat a threshold to enter. And for Holly Dragon, you're face-palming real hard about all the people rushing out to terraces and to travel around the country at the moment. Oh, yes, Holly, yeah. Yeah, so you're also being more on the cautious side. Yeah, I actually, Holly, I just saw a friend like sharing a picture of being on the beach with friends, and I was like, and it was just full. The beach was full of people here in Finland, and I was like, what? I mean, nothing has literally nothing has changed yet about the danger of corona. So I don't know. I'm being just as cautious as I was before, and my logic is this: that the longer you sort of protect yourself, the more they will know about how to treat it and like how to deal with it. So, for instance, in the beginning, they didn't realize that it's causing like the blood clots. So now that they know that, and half of the patients were dying, the ones that were critical, half of them were actually dying from the blood clots, not the virus itself. Well, I mean, the virus was causing it, of course, but now they, of course, know to move the patients around more so that the blood clots won't form, and they can give them, medication for that to prevent it from happening. But that's a good example of like, the longer the they have a chance to like learn about this and how to treat it, the safer we'll be if we get it later. So that's my logic at least. And a troll, my gosh, these guys are. Did they all want to come up here and enjoy the view as well? And Destro says the kitty cat was nice as well. You are self-isolating as well, but you're working more and more, so it's getting more into normal again for you. Garganim, you're saying they release an enhanced version, Cats. You should check it out if you ever want to try again. Oh, an enhanced version of Lord of the Rings Online. And Destro, Neverwinter Nights 2 you enjoyed more, but you remember the first one as well. I never did try Neverwinter Nights 2 myself. Just the first one. Almost too warm with my warm voice this sun. Aw. And Garganim never really enjoyed 2 because it was too buggy. And Roly Poly, you locked in 2 of your friends in a room at the start of the play with your lockpicking character. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Remind me to never play a video game with you, Roly Poly. And you did D&D in real life for a bit, Beast Wolf. That was fun. And Destro played D&D briefly. Loved that you can destroy the urns and a lot of clutter in the dungeons. Beastwolf was mostly a bard, drank and sang to his friends to annoy them. And Plosy, maybe everyone wanted that view. Indeed. Hello, Plosy. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you back. Yeah, now let's see if those sun rays are coming through. Or is it too... Yeah, there's still a little bit. There we go. There we go. So Destro, these sun rays, you see they're coming through the trees? So that is new to Wurm. Was just introduced under a week ago. These god rays. Indeed, such a beautiful sunrise, Du Jensen. And you can't eat in combat. So Beastwolf, can you drink alcohol during combat? Because you said you can't eat, but can you drink like booze during combat? Just curious about that. Yeah, I think we're gonna descend down. And they changed that because stamina sandwiches were overused with running away with stamwiches. Right. I didn't know that they had changed the mechanics of that. Time for some lunchy lunch for Beast Wolf. Thank you for stopping by, Beast Wolf. It was a pleasure having you here, and I do hope you pop by again sometime. Oh, you meant Neverwinter Nights had like an overhaul, Garganim. I see. Yeah. I don't know. It's like hard for me to play anything except an MMO these days. So during battle you can drink and use a res stone, says Beast Wolf. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. So let's see if we can... I'm gonna have to shimmy down here. I'm gonna get my booze handy. This guy is just like waiting for me. I wonder if there's let me get my... see about the slope here. Slope is 24 over there. Okay, I can actually stand here and regain my stamina. Good. Because I might just want to take care of that scorpion. Oh, he's actually moseying away, so I don't really have to worry about him. Okay. Well, maybe we should take these guys down just to be on the safe side in case they come and attack me. Just when I'm trying to go down. Climb down that hill over there. Yeah, maybe walk down there. That could, yeah, you're probably right, Roly-Poly. I'll try going down this sort of diagonal, like, slope here. Probably could, actually. I'm not sure if you guys can hear my son is like laughing at he has like a high-pitched laugh right now because he's doing I think he's doing some PvP with his friends. Yeah, well now you can at least, surely you guys heard him scream now. He's laughing his head off over there. There is a troll up there, but I don't think... Well, of course, they have a very long range from which they can see you. So, oh, this is a raging huge spider. Well, yeah, he seems to be pretty easy, regardless. So, I do believe that the island that we started off at is probably somewhere over there, isn't it? Okay. Let's see if we can get down over here. Well, it's certainly easier. We can probably just shimmy down without even climbing at this spot. Yeah, perfect. Thank you for that suggestion, Roly-Poly. Perfect. And there's just like a random stool right in the middle of the sand here. Okay, horsey, let's get going. I don't know. Can you guys hear my son in the background there? Yeah, I think, guys, I'm just gonna get back to my my ship now. And we did our little exploration of Northeast Celebration. We planted our sign. We found the location. And you can't hear him, do you, Jensen? Only faintly when he yells, says Holly. And bangs stuff. Yeah, like he's half laughing and then half like cursing. He's like banging his like fist on the table. Oh my gosh. But I swear, guys, he's not like the kids that you see in those, like, well, he's not a kid anymore, he's an adult, but he's not like the ones that you see in those crazy YouTube videos where, like, somebody goes ballistic when they're, like, getting killed. He's actually like just having the time of his life over there. He's laughing his head off. You can also almost make out the swear words, Holly. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So anyhow, guys, I think it's time to wrap up the stream. Gonna go make some dinner, do some worm work again, and yeah, I think my next stream is going to be some more Elite Dangerous in a few days' time, and I'm gonna wish you all a great rest of your week and the rest of your evening, and talk to you all very, very soon. We could very quickly just check and see if anyone is streaming that we could go and raid, and if not, we will just wrap up otherwise. So let's just do a sneaky peek here and see if anyone is streaming some Wurm by any chance. Let's see. And actually, Mr. Laggy would be streaming some Icewind Dale. Let's go and surprise Mr. Laggy. He's one of my favorites, you know. He's only got 3 people there, so let's give him a little surprise. Okay, guys, you all have a great night. Talk to you all very, very soon, and have a good rest of your week.